Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. Okay, so in previous class we have discussed about the process of sexual reproduction. So pollination is one of them. Okay, so after pollination we will start about microsporogenesis, microgametogenesis, megasporogenesis and megagametogenesis. So nothing to worry about it. So pollination is a very interesting and very important chapter. So let's start. So first of all, what is pollination? As you know, plant kingdom is divided into two groups. One is cryptogams, second one is phanerogams. So all flowering plants comes under phanerogams. Okay. So pollination is an ecological process carried out by all flowering plants. Clear this point? Next, in this process, what happened? As you know, a flower contains both male and female sex organ, or it may contain only male or female sex organ. So based upon the presence of male and female sex organ, a flower is divided into unisexual flower or bisexual flower. Okay, you know that if it contains only one sex gamete or one sex organ, then it is known as unisexual flower. And if it contains both the sex organ, then it is known as bisexual flower. So in sexual reproduction, what happens? Male gamete will fuse with female gamete. Okay, and you know, in case of flower, pollen grain is known as male gamete and egg is known as female gamete. Okay, so in this process, what happened? The mature pollen grains are transported from anther. Anther is a part of male sex organ that is known as stamen. Already I have told you. Okay. So, and one thing here it is written that stigma. Stigma is a part of female sex organ that is known as carpel. So, in pollination, mature pollen grains are transported from anther to the stigma of a flower of same plant or different plant. So, the reason behind this process is to fulfill the requirement of sexual reproduction. Okay. So, pollination, it is two types. Okay. So, pollination are of two types. One is self-pollination, second one is cross-pollination. So let's talk about self-pollination. So first of all, what is self-pollination? Here self is written. Na? So self means own. So the pollination which occur within one plant, that pollination is known as self-pollination. Okay. So what happened? As you know, one plant contains many flowers. Okay. So there may be a chance that pollination may be occur in one flower as it contains both male and female sex organ, or maybe it contains two flower. Okay, so pollination may be occur within one flower or maybe two flower. So there are two types of self pollination. One is autogamy, second one is zootonogamy. Autogamy means when the pollen grain transfer from anther to stigma of same flower of same plant. That pollination is known as, that self-pollination is known as autogamy. That means plant will be same or plant will be one. But flower, in case of flower, within one flower, transfer of pollen grain to stigma will occur. Okay. Next to zootonogamy. Zootonogamy means what? In case of self-pollination, only one plant will be involved. Okay, already we have discussed about that. So, if pollination occur within one flower, that process is known as autogamy. If pollination occur within two flowers of same plant, that pollination is known as, that self-pollination is known as zootonogamy. Okay, so let's read about this definition. So, in zootonogamy, what happened? Transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of different flower of same plant. That means pollination occur between two flowers of same plant. Are you getting my point? Once again I am saying, in autogamy what happened? First of all, in self-pollination what happened? Only one plant will be involved. And you know, one plant contains many flowers. So when pollination, that means when transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma occur within one flower of same plant, that cell pollination is known as autogamy. So what about zoetonogamy? When pollination occur between two flowers of same plant, that process is known as zoetonogamy. Clear everyone? Next move to cross pollination. So in cross pollination what happened? Pollen grain will transfer from one plant to another plant, that to be of same species. Okay, so suppose this is mango plant and this is another mango plant. From this plant, pollen grains will move to this plant. Okay, so see here, the process in which pollen grain get transferred to the stigma of another flower of different plant of same species, that pollination is known as cross pollination. So cross pollination is again divided into two types. One is genogamy, second one is hybridization. So what do you mean by genogamy? Genogamy means what? Simply transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of another flower of different plant of same species. Okay. What do you mean by hybridization? It is an artificial process. Artificial process means man-made process. Okay. So it is an artificial process in which pollen grain is transferred to stigma of different genus. When the species will be same but plant will be different, that process is known as genogamy. When the plant will be different and that to be of different genus and it is an artificial process, that process is known as hybridization. Clear everyone? So you can see here that this is one plant, this is another plant. This one is plant 1 and this one is plant 2. See, plant 1 contain many flowers. This is one flower, this is once again. Okay, so there are many flowers. When, suppose this is one flower. Okay, it contains both male and female sex organ. When transfer of pollen grain occur to stigma of same flower, means it contains both male and female. When pollen grain from anther move to stigma of this flower, this is known as autogamy. Okay, see here, this is one flower, this is another flower. When pollen grain from this flower will move to this flower, this is known as what? Zoetonogamy. Clear? See here. Here you can find. This is one flower, this is another flower. Okay. Pollen grain will move from this flower to this. Then only we can say it is zoetonogamy or never pollination. But in case of cross pollination, what happened? Plant will be different. This is one plant, this is another plant. From this plant, anther will move to this plant. Then only we can say it as cross pollination. Okay. So neighbor pollination means, here you can also write about neighbor pollination. That means zoetonogamy. Zoetonogamy, once again I am explaining. Suppose this is one flower, this is another flower. Okay. This is flower 1, this is flower 2. From flower 1, anther move to flower 2. Then only we can say it as zoetonogamy or neighbor pollination. Clear everyone? So next move to agents of pollination. So what do you mean by agents of pollination? So pollination, already you know that it is an ecological process and it will carried out by many agents, many factors. That factor is known as pollinators. Okay. So based upon whether the pollinator is living or non-living, it is divided into two types. So the factor or the agent or the pollinator may be living, may be non-living. If they are living, it is known as biotic factor. If they are non-living, that is known as abiotic factor. Biotic factor examples are birds, insect, animals and many more. Abiotic factor means wind, air, water and many more. These are the factor of pollination, or you can say that these are the pollinators of pollination. Clear everyone? So what happened? Plants do not like self-pollination because the rate of recombination is very low, and plant always want to develop its variety, to develop its recombination. That's why it always switch to cross-pollination. So there are many outbreeding devices which developed by plant. Okay, to stop self-pollination and to switch cross-pollination. So plants have some mechanism and device that they employ to promote cross-pollination. So there are some outbreeding device which are discussed below. So see, first one is unisexuality. Second one is trichogamy. Third one is hercogamy. And fourth one is self-sterility. And the last one is heterosterility. Okay. So all these factor, or you can say all these devices will be discussed in next class. Okay. So thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.